So the big question is, do you need to buy some brushes to make good quality art? Well, this week I tried some new PROCREATE brushes and I'm gonna show you what I found out. Make sure to stick around till the end of the video to see the results. Hey all, welcome back. Visualtimmy asked me if I wanted to try his PROCREATE brushes and he was kind enough to provide them for free. So I gave it a go with an experiment trying 3 different styles. Full disclosure, this video is not sponsored, so this is just my honest opinion. Now, if you're not new to the channel, you know that I am the laziest artist on earth. And this means that I'm always using the same set of 4-5 brushes. I am so lazy that I don't even look around for brushes. I just use the ones that comes with PROCREATE, which is okay. They are great brushes. So here's why I'm taking this opportunity to see what am I missing out and try something new. In this case, Visualtimmy's brushes. But before all of this, I have a quick announcement to make. I finally managed to open my print shop. So if you do like my paintings and you'd like to get one for yourself or more, you can now, and you will also support the channel. I'll leave a link down below in the description. Now getting back to the main topic, so I went through the brushes to see what inspiration would come up. And there were so many. We have a bunch of folders here. Let's see. Dream paints. Let's see what this does. I like the texture. Oh, this might come handy for gradients. Textures. Oh, I can see how you might want to use some of these to speed up the process. Sketchy inkers. Some interesting line drawing. Handmade paper. What is this? Oh, textures! I actually used to make photos to use as textures, but these can definitely speed up the process. Layout body? It's really weird. I don't see myself using most of these. I mean, I can see how you might use them. Dirty overlays. I think I want to try something with these. Quick tools. What do we have here? Perspective lines. I mean, I guess if you don't want to set up the perspective tool and all that. Chain? Oh, another chain. I'm trying to imagine how to use them. I mean, for how I paint, I don't think I think I would do this by hands, but maybe they can be used as a guideline to fasten up the process. Haltons? What does that mean? This may make such a fine comic style illustration. So then I grouped some of my favorites in 3 different folders to be used for each style. As for the subject of the experiment, well, everybody knows that I love cats, so it kinda had to be a cat. So very quickly I did sketch my cat. Here you go, here's my cat. So my camera died yesterday while I was recording, so I had to stop. But in the meantime, I got a Christmas tree. So what I was talking about? Oh yeah, 3 different styles. So in the end, these are the brushes that I decided to split in 3 different folders. These are for the first painting with the first style. These are mostly taken from the Dream paints. This is for the details. The Misty is for the gradient. The toothpaste and the vector highlighter are to give some texture to the paint. And this is the handmade paper, from the handmade paper folder, and it's gonna be used for some textures. So for the first style, I didn't want to get too much out of my comfort zone because I'm so used to using the same brushes that I literally had to phase in using different ones. So I started with something similar to what I usually do, maybe with a sprinkle of texture to try something new, but still very much in my style. Now the composition is pretty simple, and what I used here is an analogous set of colors, which means that all the colors that I used here are very much close by in the color wheel. So they are all in the warm spectrum, from the yellow to the reddish of the cat. The only accent that goes a little bit more distant to these colors are the eyes that are closer to a green tone, and that's what makes them to pop off compared to the rest. You can use these kind of combinations when you need something that you want it to look very harmonious, because analogous color combinations are usually very calm and relaxing to look at. They are very harmonious. I did add a very small tint of blue in some parts of the cat, just to add a little bit of ambient light. In the second folder, for the second style, I wanted to have something way more texturized. So what I took are some of the brushes from the Timmy textures. The X-ray shaders are really nice and they have some texture. Then the Nebula Glaze to add more texture. Some actual textures of paper from Handmade Paper folder, and some dirty overlays to add these textures to the painting. With the second one, I wanted to really try a cute flat style, similar to what you see in a lot of motion graphics animations. So I gave it a go with some texture brushes. Because it's really flat and there's no much shadows, basically all the layering is done with colors. And mostly values. I also use specifically a range of 2 complementary colors, because green and red are complementary, so each one stands on the other side of the color wheel, and this creates a really contrasty effect. This way the cat pops more with values and the colors. I really love plants and the look of plants, so using the green in the background, I could actually add some plants to make a nice composition for the background. Now from the third style, I took a vector pen to do most of the line drawing, then the outtones, and finally some dirty overlays to make some finishing at the end. For final one, I really wanted something completely outside of my comfort zone. I'm definitely not used to deal with such a different style and brushes, and in fact it proved to be a little bit more of a challenging one. But hey, I'm really okay with how it turned out. For this one, I had to take a little bit of inspiration from the old style comics from the 70s or the 60s, which I really like. I mean, I'm not very used to drawing this kind of art, but I do think it's really pretty. And it was definitely fun to draw. It's very flat because it's in a comic style. And you can see that I used pretty much complementary colors here as well, as the cat is pink and, well, the background is blue, which is its complementary color. And the gradient is done with the halftones, which I must admit I really like. So here are my 3 cats with 3 different styles and 3 different sets of brushes. I will post them over on my Instagram. That's pretty much where I post all of my art, so you can find me there. Conclusions. So what do I think about using different brushes? Well, I'm still firmly convinced that the success of your artwork is not a matter of what brush you use, but how you use it and all that jazz. Your art depends on your knowledge and your experience, so don't go about thinking that you're stuck because of the brush. You hear me? So yeah, I'll keep doing the majority of my artwork with the good old round brush in my lazy comfort zone. But this experience was actually really fun, and of course I learned something new, so I do think that there are some situations where using different brushes it's useful. I do think there are some textures, tools or stamps that can improve your workflow and make it faster, and actually they are very convenient. Like, I'm sure no one is expecting you to draw all these dots by hand. As for these brushes, well, you saw how they work. They were quite cool and fun to use, so in the end, I do recommend them. So thanks again to Visualtimmy for sending these over to try out, and if you want to grab them for yourself, you can use the link down below in the description, and by using that link you will support the channel as well, as I will earn a small commission. Plus, I'll leave a coupon you can use to get the 15% off. And that's all for today, and as always, I hope this video was useful. Let me know in the comments below, smash the like button if you liked it, click the other button if you have to, and I'll see you next time.